This is a help video for the Unit 2 review, problems 14 and 15. In number 14, you're looking at the graph that was given, and you're supposed to answer a bunch of questions. Let's just take a look at that for a minute. If you were riding your bike along the curve that is the parabola, right, you'd be going downhill for a while. Okay, so I want to highlight the part that would be really, really fast and fun. Whee, going downhill like that. But then eventually, you'd have to start pedaling a little harder. That's going to happen along this section here. You're going uphill. Now, if you look at when that changes, it changes right here, where the axis of symmetry comes through the graph. So the part that is going downhill or decreasing is the part that is before that line of symmetry. So that's up to the number 1. And I'm putting this in terms of the x's. So notice that the 1 I'm referring to is right here, and the x-axis is 1, okay? And then after that line of symmetry, that's when we are increasing, okay? So the decreasing part, I actually wrote first, and then the increasing part after that. The line of symmetry, as I just mentioned, is at 1. That's the dotted black line. The ordered pair of the vertex is the point of the vertex. So this would be 1 comma, and I have to figure out where that is. Actually looks like it's in between some values. So this is my recipe to get between x's and y's. F of x is just a fancy way of saying y in our situation here. So I'm going to put in a 1 for x. I'm going to put in this 1 for the other x. And then I have 3 and a -3. So that's -9, and I have a 1/2. So my ordered pair is 1, comma, -4.5. The range of the function is what y values it can equal. Well, there's not going to be anything down here. This is nothing. Right? The directrix lives down there, but that is it, okay? And that's not actually a part of the parabola. That's just a relative or a friend of the parabola. So our range of the function is from, is the y values have to be bigger than or equal to -4.5. I can also say that in interval notation by saying, okay, the lowest y value is -4.5, and then my parabola gets bigger from there. The domain is going to be all real numbers, which I can also write in interval notation. And then the next question asks, do we have a max or a min? We have a min, we have a low point. The minimum value is that -4.5 that we've been talking about, or -9/2. It's as low as it goes. And the x-intercepts, I think we could see both in the equation and in the graph. This was in factored form. So right here, I can see that I'm going to have an x-intercept over here at -2. And over here, I can see I have an x-intercept at 4. So -2 and 4 are my x-intercepts, and I want to write those as ordered pairs. Number 15 is given to us in standard form. And they asked me for the vertex. So unlike with helpful vertex form, in standard form I have to do a little work. I have to do the opposite of b over 2a to figure out where my vertex is. And so -6 over -2 is +3. So that gives me half of my vertex. It gives me the axis of symmetry. So I know that right here at 3, it's my axis of symmetry. But to find the y part of the vertex, I need to use my equation up the given. Okay, so I'm going to plug 3 in. So -3 squared plus 6 times 3 minus 7. All right, so I'm going to go over here just for space. Sorry about that. Bad planning. I've got -9 plus 18 minus 7. So that's +9 minus 7, which is 2. So I know that my vertex is at 3, 2, which is right here. I know because of this negative in the equation that it's going to be a frowny face parabola. I also know it hasn't been stretched because there is not a different number other than just the negative. It's not like -4, right? -4, I'd be stretched out by 4. But the negative just is going to flip it over. So I'm going to be able to go over 1, down 1, over 2, down 1, 2, 3, 4, over 3, down 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Just fits. And then I have my line of symmetry, so I can just make matching points on the other side. Ooh, should this point be here? Let's look back. This is standard form. Standard form doesn't give us vertex for free, but it does give us something for free. It gives us this guy. That's my y-intercept. Did it come out okay? Am I at -7 on the y-axis? Yes, I am. That's good to know. I think I didn't make a mistake. That's wonderful. Thanks for watching. Keep studying.